Where should we start? Where should we start? Real Madrid draw 1-1. The first official game in La Liga. 1-1 away to Mallorca. They were leading. Mallorca came back. Mallorca could have got a second. They could have scored a third. Where should we start? Honestly, I'll be completely honest. I think you guys have followed my channel enough, and if you're new to the channel, then you guys understand where I stand. I'm not one of those biased Madrid fans who just love the club for the. I mean, just support the club at all costs. I will always do that. I will always do that. But when I need to criticize, I will criticize. I will criticize. If I feel like that something's wrong, I will say something's wrong. And honestly, with all due respect to this team, to Perez, to Ancelotti, to the players, today's performance, without needing to sugarcoat anything, this is a disgrace of performance. An absolute disgrace from top to bottom. From management to players to performance. Absolute disappointing display that we witnessed. This is not great. This is not good enough. Especially what we're trying to achieve. Especially what we're trying to achieve. Before I go any further, before I go to the 5 things that we've learned in today's game between Real Madrid and Mallorca, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment your own thoughts. Comment if you feel like you agree, disagree with what I'm about to say, bruv. So annoyed. Absolute so annoyed. Let's start with the first point. The balance in the midfield. I made it very clear against Atalanta in the first half that the first half performance was absolute horrendous against Atalanta. I made it very clear there is a gap between the defense to the midfield and the midfield to the attack. There's a clear gap. We all knew this. You don't need to coach a team to know this. You don't need to have a FIFA coaching license for you to understand this. Everyone knew there's a clear mistake and a clear problem in balance between Real Madrid's midfield compared to last season, compared to this season. I can vouch and preach how much I miss Toni Kroos. Wallah, I miss Toni Kroos. I miss him so much. He feels like a brother to me, like an uncle, like a dad. I miss him so much. And I've made it very clear how much I miss him. Everyone misses him. I miss him. You miss him. My family in Iraq misses him. Everyone in Spain misses. Everyone misses Toni Kroos. Not because of the player that he is, because of what he provided us, but because of the stability, because that he knew the protection, the balance, being able to understand how he can move the pass along, how he can get the midfield and the attack to function with each other. Look at our midfield today. Look at our midfield in the first half against Atalanta and explain to me if they understood what balance is. If you ask Jude right now, spell balance, do you reckon he will spell it B-A-C-L-Y-Q-N? There was no balance in the midfield. And it is a Toni Kroos problem. Because last season we had the same problem. I'm not ranting for the sake of ranting. I'm just trying to express my thoughts. Last season, we had the same problems. Last season, we had a midfield balance. We had a lack of balance in the midfield. But the reason why the diamond formation was so perfect was because of so many different reasons. Because it was protected the back line, which this game you could clearly see. One misplaced pass. Where's the midfield? Where's the fullback? You know Mallorca could have scored 4 or 5 goals today. You know the amount of times I saw Rudiger and Militao versus 3 or 4 players counter-attacking. Because everyone is pretty much pushing up. And I understand that. We're trying to get a second goal. We're trying to score. We're trying to win. I understand that. But last season, if you guys understood it, let me just tell you this very simple, very clear. If you guys are not familiar. When we are trying to create, when we are trying to dictate at the moment, last season, most of our attack came through the middle. Most of our attack involved the midfielders, the likes of Toni Kroos, Cameron Winger when he was playing, Chemeni, Fede and Jude. The goal against City through the middle. The goal against Leipzig with Jude past to Vinny through the middle. The goal against Bayern, through the middle, Toni Kroos to Vini. Most of our attack came last. The Barcelona goes through the middle. Most of our goals came through the middle. Look at this season, how we are creating. We don't have a midfield. Every attack is coming from the width. And not only that, when you pass it through the width, that should be a strategy in place. That should be, all right, cool, we pass it through the width. Where's the passage of play? Where's the drills? Where's the positioning? Where's the movement? Why is no one creating any space? Why is it for 90 minutes I saw Rodrigo, Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side at all costs? There was a moment in the second half, 74th, 75th minute. We intercepted the ball, counter-attack. Jude passed it to Mbappe. It was three Madrid players against 4 Mallorca players. It was Vini, Rodrigo, Mbappe. Jude passed it to Mbappe. We were now counter-attacking. You tell me why we're trying to counter-attack with 3 players against 4 defenders. Fair enough. Great attack now. We've got Mbappe, one of the most dangerous transitional players. Vinicius Jr., one of the most dangerous transitional, and of course Rodrigo. Why is it that 1, 2, 3 of them were all on the left-hand side, occupying the same space? This is not a player problem. This is a coaching problem as well. Because this doesn't really come down to the players. It comes down to the coaching. It comes down to the tactics. It comes down to the system. I'm not blaming Carlo Ancelotti. I'm just saying there should be clear instructions when we're attacking, when we're trying to attack, when we're trying to create. Why is it 3 of those players are all occupying the same space on the left-hand side? Why is it that whenever we see an overlap, whenever Vinicius is overlapping, Rodrigo's overlapping, and Mbappe's overlapping, why is no one is in the middle? Why is there that's no target man, that's no one in the middle? What's the point of crossing then? Why is it that we're trying to cross when there's no one in the middle? Why is there nothing on the right-hand side? Vinicius Jr. today, disappointing. Absolute disappointing from the second half specifically. Just extremely poor, sloppy mistakes, trying to dribble for no reason, trying to force for no reason. Where he could pass easier, he takes too many touches. Just silly, just sloppy possessions. The amount of unforced errors that we've made today with Mbappe, with Rodrigo, the lack of final pass. We were shooting where the pass was there for us. When the shot is there for us, we're trying to make the extra pass. Jude Bellingham had about 3 chances where he could have shot, but he decided to take an extra pass. Rodrigo had 2 chances where he could have laid it off to Mbappe, laid it off to Jude Bellingham, but decided to shoot. There, you might say it comes down to an ego problem because everyone's trying to score, which I don't think it is. But at the moment, looking at this first game, I'm not trying to overreact at the same time. I don't want to say this is a problem. Real Madrid would never win anything. It's not. It's still a chemistry problem because everyone is trying to understand each other. But so far, from what we witnessed, something needs to change because there should be a clear strategy in place that why is every single person occupying the same space? Why? And another problem that I saw, our fullbacks. The thing is, with this 4-3-3, there is a balance in the midfield because Rodrigo, he drops deep to defend, but Mbappe and Vini most of the time stay up. So we defend with a 4-4-2, if you guys realize, yeah? Why is it when the fullbacks, like Murica, the left back from Mallorca, if you guys have watched him over the past couple of years, he is one of the most dangerous crosses in the league. He's crossing to a target man in Muriqi, one of the best target man, number 9 in La Liga for the past decade that he's been there. Why is it that Murica, every time, whenever he got the ball, he was empty, no space. He had the space to control the ball. He had the time to control the ball, had the time to look up, had the time to find his man, had the time to position himself and to cross the ball. No one pressured him. He had it so easy on the left-hand side. Muriqi, it felt like he was Shaq O'Neal, bro. Shaquille. It was barbecue chicken. The amount of gap between Militao and Rudiger. The goal that we conceded. Where was the man marking? Where was the zonal marking? I don't know if it was man marking or zonal marking. What were we doing? What were we doing? Why is it Arda Güler didn't come in earlier? Arda Güler should come in much earlier because Arda Güler is the perfect. Arda Güler, unlike Rodrigo, unlike Vinny, and unlike Mbappe, is a person that is willing to find the pass with his creativity and his runs. Arda Güler should have come on much earlier than the 78th, 79th minute. Endrick should have come on because this is the type of game where he could have come on because he's a number 9. He likes to move around the box, which we needed because there was no movement inside the box. We didn't have someone. We were making crosses, but no one was inside the box. Why? Mendy towards the end, stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Brahim Diaz should come on much earlier. Vinicius Jr., honestly, like Jude as well. Jude, he had a good first half. Exceptional first half in my opinion. But second half, he just dried off. He got tired as well, you could see it. Mbappe is still trying to understand the runs, where he should move. Because in the first half, you could see it that he was making the same runs as Vinicius Jr. But you guys are both going to the same places. Rodrigo as well, going to the same places. All I'm saying, which I said it in my first preview to the season, and I hate the fact that I'm being proven right. I hate that. This season for Real Madrid, we cannot play 4-3-3. I've made it very clear, and I knew we were going to play 4-3-3. The moment Toni Kroos retired, I knew we were going to play 4-3-3. But we cannot go back to 4-3-3. And that's why the injury of Camavinga is massive to Real Madrid. Everyone thought it was going to be easy. Real Madrid was going to call. No, we were never going to kick all the season. Because again, it's a balance problem. We don't have an individual problem. It's a balance problem at the moment. It's trying to fit so many great players but find the balance. This is where Carlo Ancelotti needs to come in place and actually put some instruction in place. We can't vibe the season through. We can't rely on Benzema to save us. We can't rely on Jude Bellingham. Because last season, you guys all remember last season, how we started last season? Jude Bellingham was scored about 5 goals over 90 minutes in the first month. Bilbao, at home, Union Berlin. We were saved by Jude Bellingham beginning of the last season. We can't keep relying on those saves. We can't keep relying on individual brilliance. Where's the tactics, brother? Where's the tactics, brother? But guys, listen, I've had enough, man. I've had enough of ranting and everything. Put down in the comments what you felt about the game. Put down in the comments what you felt about the game. How you thought how the game went. Like I said, disappointing. Start the season off in this way, in this fashion. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. But I've said enough. Put down in the comments what you felt about the game. Just before you go, as you already know, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Hello to everyone else. And yeah, man. I'll see you soon.